Despite the fact I don't like generalizing things, but I can tell you guys for free that one of the major problems Nigerians are facing currently is our loud mouth. A typical Nigerian is generally loud. He or she hardly finds a way to control his mouth. I saw this video currently trending at this crucial time. A Nigerian guy, precisely an Igbo guy, he was seen bragging that the Igbos has officially dominated Accra, Ghana. I was like, why will you make such a statement this time? We all know the Igbo King saga and the rest of them. I'm going to show you guys the videos. And of course, he spoke that in Igbo language. But then again, he also got interpreted by an Igbo guy called Chimde. Watch these videos.
Very soon, ndị Igbo na Accra aka ndị Ghana n'ọnụọgụ. Very soon, if I come along, Accra ka anyị nọ. Na Ghana street, ndị Igbo, like, and I slow mo feel like this. Igbo na conquer kwa.
What you just heard is exactly what I have been trying to tell Ghanaians. In case you never heard what he said, I would interpret because I'm an Igbo man. He said that very soon in Ghana, the Igbos in Ghana would outnumber Ghanaians because everywhere you go to, you can speak Igbo fluently and see someone that speaks Igbo with you. Now, the last thing he said is something that should frighten Ghanaians. He said, Igbos are conquering. Igbos are conquering. Now, the last statement gives you their true intent. It gives you their reason for coming to Ghana. You know that in Nigeria right now, Igbos are being subdued, right? Igbos are being subdued by the Northerners, the Fulanis, the Hausas, and the Yorubas. And there is a good reason for that. So the Igbos now are seeking out for other places where they can go and begin to subdue. Do you understand? That is not just the reason for such. It's not because they're being victimized by the Fulanis, by the Hausas, or by the Yorubas, or by the Northerners or the Westerners, but because the Northerners and the Westerners actually got to experience the lifestyle of an Igbo man. So they were on guard. And that is why you see every time, for a good reason, Northerners and the Westerners hate the Igbos, who are the Easterners.
Now the fee say, if this man won't build community for Ghana here, say he won't build 50 acres of land. That land, so hospital go there, school go there, guest house go there, market go there. What he going to find again? Just cook man move go Nigeria now, because if these people now don't fit mingle with Ghanaians, what's the point? Because for the point of you being in another country is to actually mingle with the people in the country. If not mingle with people in the country, what's your point? Why are you there? Just go back to Nigeria. And besides, Nigeria they into real hunger right now. Nigeria they into real unemployment right now. That money go build hospital, build schools for Nigeria right now. People go thank you.
As king in Ghana. So basically, there is a kingdom. He has a kingdom because there cannot be a king without a kingdom. Okay? I ignore until I started seeing videos of Nigerians telling we Ghanaians that we are taking this issue out of context, that we are overreacting, that this man is not going to share Ghana with us. And I was like, wow. Maybe they don't know the difference between a king and a chief. So let's educate them. You see, when a group of people migrated from their land to another land and they organize themselves and decide to choose a leader, that leader becomes a chief, not a king. A king is ownership. A king is ownership. So Igbo man, a foreigner, cannot claim ownership on a foreign land. Do you understand? That is why in Ghana, we have a lot of tribes and clans in Ghana, but their leaders are not referred to as kings, but chiefs. Let's take the Evers, for instance. We don't have a kingdom or a king on the Ever land because they believe that they migrated from somewhere to Ghana. Okay? So they cannot claim ownership. They can only be chiefs to lead their people. Although the Ever themselves, the Ever land itself is an empire. Go and check history. They are empire. So their leaders are emperors. But we cannot say that in Ghana. So we are just calling them chiefs. In Ghana, we have only one major kingdom. That is the Ashanti kingdom. Because they claim that Ghana belongs to them. Even that there is a question mark because they are the last people to settle in Ghana. So there is no way a total foreigner, an Igbo man coming to call himself a king with a kingdom in Ghana means he is claiming ownership. So one day, truth be told, 30, 40, 50, 60 years to come, our generations that are coming after us, they'll try to acquire the property somewhere. They'll tell you that this belongs to the Igbo kingdom.
I want to wade into the ongoing debates or discussions surrounding the Igbo community in Ghana installing their own king. As a Ghanaian, I think this issue has been blown out of proportion. We Ghanaians have our own communities abroad, and we organize ourselves in similar ways. Look, for example, the Ga tribe has a chief in Australia. They installed him like they would have done in Ghana. And the Santiman Council has presence in the UK and in some other countries. These traditional leaders help our communities stay connected to their roots and cultural heritage. Similarly, the Chinese have Chinatowns in cities all over the world, from San Francisco to London, and these communities have their own leaders and organizations. But has anyone ever suggested that these Chinatowns pose a threat to the sovereignty of the host countries? Of course not. The Igbo community in Ghana is doing the same thing. They are not trying to undermine Ghanaian authority. They are just trying to maintain their cultural identity and community cohesion. And let's be real, having a traditional leader can actually help facilitate communication and cooperation between, say, the Igbo community and the Ghanaian authorities. They have come out to explain the purpose for the installation and why they want to mobilize themselves in that manner. So why are we making such a big deal out of this? On TikTok today, you see this person talking about this person talking about it. And I think it's time to recognize that cultural diversity is a strength, not a weakness. Let's learn to celebrate the richness that communities like the Igbos bring to the countries. If they are doing something wrong, let's by all means come at them. And let's promote understanding and inclusivity. As a Ghanaian, I am proud to say that I support the Igbo community's right to organize themselves in a way that works for them. And I think it's high time we stop fussing about this and focus on what truly matters: building a harmonious and inclusive society for all. That is what matters. This thing about Igbo, I think is much ado about nothing. Much ado about nothing. They wouldn't disturb anything unless, and see, we have law enforcement agencies where they breach the peace of the country, they will be brought to book. But I think for now, let's not run ahead of ourselves and create unnecessary tension. It doesn't help.
Just like I said, the major problem of this whole thing is our mouths. If only Nigerians know how to control their mouths. I usually make videos and I share that some Nigerians that criticize Ghana food, I'm like, how are you guys doing that? That video was made shortly after AME said he was not really criticizing Ghana food, rather he was trying to tell people how to eat this one, don't eat that one. You can be right but wrong at the top of your voices. How can a grown man like that come out and say things like that anywhere he passes anywhere he goes to in Accra, that they are speaking Igbo language? I understand. See, guys, I'm going to be very, very honest with you. I can tell you for free that when he made that statement, I don't think it has anything to do with what the Igbo king is currently doing in Ghana. But it made sense because he said it at the wrong time. Maybe he, just like, let me give you guys an analogical example, right? Maybe I was going to the market, I'm going to the market in Nigeria, and I could hear people speak Twi. Like, probably this whole area, I could hear them speak Twi and all that. And I'll come out and say things like, it's like we have so many Ghanaians dominating Lagos, Nigeria, or that you could see that he was smiling. But the video has already been misinterpreted. Also, considering the crucial, like the emotional thing that is going on with Ghanaians frowning massively at what the Igbo king is doing in Ghana. I gathered the videos of people reacting. Some were made by Nigerians, some were made by Ghanaians. Even some Yorubas have started excluding themselves because this is actually very, very serious. The thing there is that people don't know how Ghanaians act. That Ghanaians are gentle people does not mean that when they want to strike, they will not double strike. Nigerians are directly opposite of Ghanaians, right? Ghanaians take their time. But when they want to come out, they come out real hard. A lot of people are crying out on social media. Most videos made on social media, they're not even content creators to show you how serious this is. So I don't want to like stress it so much because I might directly or indirectly be hurting people and I wouldn't want to do that. But I stand for the truth. Whatever thing this Igbo king is doing, I think he has gone out of proportion. So at the way things are going, let him back off. Whether some people are applauding him, some people are gingering him to continue, some people are, in this life, everyone must not turn against you. No matter how bad you are, no matter the kind of things you are doing, there are still certain people that will applaud you. I just want you to know. People that are murderers, there are people in support of what they are doing. Maybe their fellow buyers. So if this Igbo king is knowledgeable enough, he should back off. Let him stop at this point. Let him stop all the engagement, the festival, cultural day. It is not the time. Last year he did that. But this year is a very, very sensitive issue. Right? I saw this video and I frowned so much at it because he was bluntly saying that Igbos are dominating Accra, Ghana. But I can tell you guys for free that I don't think he meant it like that. Let Nigerians find a way to control their mouth because in the long run, your mouth will definitely put you into trouble. I'm going to rest it here. Thank you guys so much for watching now. Let me know what you think in the comments. Also, let me know what you think about the last video I shared and, of course, every other reactions from everyone. I'm going to see you guys shortly in my next video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Bye, guys.